Welcome back to the D4 channel, and today we'll be doing a spoiler review of Andor episode 6. So if you haven't seen Andor episode 6, leave now before you get spoiled. Now we're gonna have obviously the internet has been raving about this episode. I love your excitement. Is that how excited you are? Episode 6?
Oh my god!
Did you love it as much as the internet?
Best episode ever.
Is that sarcasm I hear?
Okay, guys. I mean,
I love the episode. I personally because she told me her views about the episode beforehand, and I get where you're coming from. I really do. But I love this episode for a couple of reasons. The tension, the writing was really good. The characters, which we're going to get about on your point of view, were really good, even though, you'll hear her points, they weren't, I guess, fleshed out enough. But man,
in general, the episode was amazing.
Yeah, so tell me what you didn't like about it first and foremost about this episode.
Like, as I said before, I just was not attached to anybody, and I feel like, I don't know if it was intended for me to feel attached to anybody. He said he was attached to the characters. I felt no attachment, except for Namek, I think.
Namek, yeah.
Namek, yeah. I said Namek.
That's the planet where Piccolo comes from in Dragon Ball Z.
Wrong show.
Oh, the Namek! It can't be!
Go to our podcast for the Dragon Ball Z podcast. But because that's why when people were complaining on the internet that the first two were slow and didn't do anything, I disagree with them because I knew that they were building up our attachments, quote unquote, to these characters for this episode where the world hits the fan and everything goes wrong. And then
I enjoyed the other two episodes, but I didn't feel attachment.
she literally had the opinion opposite to the internet. The last two she loved, and the internet was like, eh. This one the internet loved, and she's like, eh.
I did really like it, but I feel like they wanted me to be attached, and I was not.
I think I get where she's coming from, because for me and for her too, like, characters in fictional art have to earn your respect. So, like, these characters, besides Namek, because, like, he was talking about oppression and he's so kind and he's so heartwarming. R.I.P. Namek. Oh my god.
And if you're mad at being spoiled by that, that's your own fault.
Yeah, like, really told you spoilers. So, like, the video title literally is going to say Andor episode 6 spoilers. So that's your fault. But the way he went out with the creative credits,
bro,
smashing it. Oh,
he wasn't even a greedy person. He wasn't blinded by money. He wasn't even like, when I get money, I'm gonna do this, and when I get that.
Right.
So why did he die by money?
he died by money, and he's the first person in Star Wars, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I watch Star Wars a lot of times. The first person who died who didn't either explode, get shot, cut by a lightsaber, or like stabbed by like a physical weapon, like from pure blunt trauma.
I feel like person.
Actually, no, I lie, because the person Cassian killed in the first episode when he was fighting on the streets.
Yeah,
he died because he hit his head when he was. So I take that back.
Well, I guess it all happened in this series.
But the way that he went down, I'm like, because when people get injured in Star Wars, you can give them mechanical arms. You they get mechanical stomachs. This man is like, I tried everything, and he's dead. I'm like,
you didn't try hard enough, Doc.
Oh, bro. I was like, you killed the one. He wrote his manifesto. That was literally me telling me that he was not going to make it.
I mean, I was like, okay, Hamid's probably right. He's probably going to die, but I didn't think he was going to die in such a pathetic way. I'm like, I'm sorry. That was like such a stupid way to kill someone.
Like, they all. I also said because they killed the two black characters out really quickly, and it looked like all of them were gonna escape except for the two. And I literally was telling her, did they just take out the black characters and now was it?
Like, whoop, bye, bye guys.
I didn't like. I love the lieutenant. The lieutenant, I had more attachment to him because I knew that he actually liked the Adani people, and it was a nice touch that he was the only one who knows how to speak their language.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
and
so
then of course they just
they also shout out to Aldani people. I thought they were for some reason. I thought they were going to be aliens for some reason.
aliens.
I thought they were going to be, but then I was like, well, he fell in love with one of them, but obviously humans could fall in love with aliens in this show because it's normal for them. But I don't know. I thought the Aldani were aliens, so I was surprised to see that they were actual people.
Just humans. Aww. Just humans.
And I love/hate how the Imperials talk about them, because this event is happening. The Eye is what they call it, where thousands and thousands of Kyber are bursting into flames and flying over the planet.
Very pretty. I wish it was real.
Oh my god, the way they shot it, the effects team, bravo! Oh, it looks so.
We're
good.
hiring.
Please, we're hiring.
We're hiring.
Bring your all your great special effects people. People within She-Hulk, you can come here too. You guys are great.
She-Hulk, you could come here too.
Oh, I wish She-Hulk wasn't bad for the last couple episodes, because I would have did a review on She-Hulk, because the last episode of that season was really good. But we're not here to talk about She-Hulk. But
go to his channel.
Go to my channel, Ham Tateman. But where was I? What was I saying again? Oh yes, the Aldani people. I love/hate how the Imperials are talking about them, like looking down at them. They were talking about how there were thousands of them before, but now they're only 60. And the thing they said where they're like, we offer them transport because we know they're not going to take it, and they have to walk in and just die out. I'm like, that is such an empire.
And then there's like, here's my cloth. Then, ooh, it smells.
Yeah, they throw it into the fire. I love the whole thing. I love the singing they're doing.
Everything's so tense. It's like, put the money in the.
And then it comes back to them. I was like, that's a great duality of the Imperial stress/rebellion fight and just people just trying to live their lives and do their culture.
They're trying to live their best life.
They're living their best life, and they hate the Empire too. Like they, for good reason too, because these people displaced them and murdered them. I love that even when the guy, I think he said when the fat old Imperial was there on the land, and he said, our ghosts have long arms and long memories, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then the guy's he's like, what do you say? He's like, may the peace be with you, or something like that. And the Aldani was like, that's not what I said.
It's like, but I can't say that because I can't speak it.
I can't speak basic, so I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not trying to.
Right,
I'm like, bro, that's that's such a good thing. So I like that dynamic. I don't know the Imperial's name. I don't remember him. The fat Imperial, the old white guy.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember his name, but I thought he was great. I loved this guy. I don't know his name or the actor's name, but he epitomizes the fat, glutton, arrogant. I'm trying to use like non-curse words here. He's just a prick, and he's literally an embodiment of what the Empire is. And I'm like,
he should have been the one who got crushed by money.
He did. Oh my! We did laugh because they made him. Because when they were doing the heist, they made him and some of the workers in the vault take the thing, and the man had literally had a heart attack for 10 minutes of work.
Bro worked for 10 minutes of an Amazon warehouse shift, and he died.
We were joking. That's what Jeff Bezos would do if he actually had to work in one of his warehouses. That killed me for some reason.
Bro was like, all right, I'm gonna get a heat stroke real quick.
And it wasn't even supposed to be funny, but I guess we're sadistic minded. We were laughing.
It's not sadistic if he's a bastard.
That's true. He was a bad. Even the line he told his son, because the son and I guess the wife didn't want to be there on Aldani, but he's like, we have to be here because we're important. And he was like, he'll feel the back of my hand.
He's like, that boy's gonna feel the back of my hand. I was like, bro.
Even when he said he's trying to buckle his uniform and he can't do. He's like, the boy could dress himself. Now come here and help me because I'm fat. Like I love it.
Like, bro, you can't dress your own self.
It's so bad, but he played it perfectly.
Yeah, he played the villain role just as he should.
Yeah, like I remember for like what 5-10 minutes, maybe that whole episode. I love the tension of the whole heist.
The tension? It was like they were playing GTA music. It was GTA music. I think they literally said, "Hey GTA, can we use some of the music?" And we said, "Yeah."
Because if you guys play GTA, you would know like the heist kind of go pretty much like how the heist went in this thing. It was like
making the
noise, and everyone's like, "Get on the ground, get!" And we felt so bad for the people who were just working there, like serving lunch and stuff.
Bro.
They're like, "What is going on?" He's like, "I shouldn't have took this shift today."
Bro, the rebels, more like the terrorists. Like, bro.
And I love what this show is doing as well. It's showing, because in the beginning of Rogue One, Cassian, when he finds the I can't remember his name, the guy who had a broken arm in the beginning, and he went there because the guy had a news of a super weapon that the Empire is making.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then the stormtroopers got wind of them, and he's like, I can't make it out of here with my arm. So Cassian just tells him it's okay, and then shoots him, and then escapes. So he doesn't tell the Imperials what he knows. Like, it's showing the gray lines of the rebellion, and I absolutely love that.
That's how all shows should be. Should always be gray. It should never just be black and white, or that's so bad show.
Exactly. Yeah, like, you gotta remember, these people, to the regular working citizens of the Empire, are terrorists, and they look like terrorists. Although the girl did say a good line that separates them from the Empire, because the guy was like, "You're just gonna kill all of us anyway," and then she's like, "That's what you would do." Yeah. She's like, if you just follow my instructions, everyone's gonna leave out here with their lives. And I'm like, that is the difference between the rebellion and the Empire.
Literally, they're like, all right, well, we lied.
Yeah. Unless you're Saw Gerrera's team, then he kills everybody. He's like, no.
Yeah. All right, I don't like that.
For good reason. So this man, he retired in Rogue One, but he should have retired early, because he was like,
there's not much of me left.
There's not much of me left.
A lot of people need to retire.
I thought everything was great. I keep saying this. If they didn't have TIE fighters, was the TIE fighters flying with the hauler, the money in the eye, was such a beautiful shot. I loved every second of it.
I'm sure they really regretted, because they didn't even get a single shot on.
They didn't. And I love how because they were trying to shoot, but the eye was like scrambling their targeting system.
Yeah.
So they're just shooting blindly, and they couldn't really hit anything. I love that whole thing.
And that's when you turn around and realize maybe this isn't worth it.
Dude, turn around. Your job is you're getting paid, I'm pretty sure, minimum wage.
Like, bro, just say, bro, I'm literally flying into a meteor field. Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, like, this is my life. I want to go home, and if they have children, see my
I can't believe you didn't risk your entire life for us.
You're gonna be court-martialed and hit a firing squad, and I'm like, wow, really?
Because we totally would do the same. I swear I hear an alarm in the background.
Yeah, I think that's the nature warning system, testing out hurricane, whatever BS.
It's the eye. Don't worry, guys.
I wish Earth had an eye or something like that.
Yeah, all we have is the Aurora Borealis.
That's as close as we're gonna get. But this whole thing is I don't like, a lot of people on the internet are saying I want this to be Star Wars all the time.
No.
Guys. Now, hear what I am saying. This show is brilliantly written. I think the dialogue by itself is more down to earth, which is why you could probably hear them talk more than shoot lasers, because it's written in a different tone. But if this was Star Wars all the time, I would cut myself. I'm not even lying.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, Chief.
This, because Star Wars, I always say, is my happy place. When I'm feeling down, I watch Star Wars.
Can you imagine if everything was just depressing like this?
If Star Wars was like this, I'm not even joking. I would lose my mind. I would lose. Like, I'm not saying this is a show is brilliant. I love the different tone but if this was like, 'cause I went away from this episode not feeling particularly great.
Everything is not kumbaya.
Everything is not kumbaya. Like, the fact that Skeen, the guy who took Cassian's Kyber in the last episode, he wanted to cut them off and like kill them and just take the money 50-50 with Cassian, and he was saying, oh, this, I don't know what he said, the story of my brother is not true, or he just meant I don't have family anymore because my brother's dead. I don't know what he meant by that.
But yikes, my dude, and now he's dead.
And Cassian shot him like on the spot, and her brother had a reaction that I was like, that's kind of imperial. He's like, damn right, and I'm like,
damn right.
I'm like, that's not a moment to cheer, bro. Like,
bro, literally, I was like,
this is why I give her brother the imperial tone every time he calls me. I was like, no, that is not something to cheer. I was like, I don't know how I'm feeling about this, because they succeed the mission, because at the end, Luthen's I mean, technically they did. They got the credits they're looking for.
Yeah.
They lost a few people, and but the mission's successful.
Mission complete.
Because Luthen's in the back. 'Cause after they hear the news of the robbery, he goes in the back and he starts laughing.
Like the guy's like, why is he laughing in the background? You just hear it in the back of the store.
I'm like, okay, well, I guess technically the mission succeeded, but I don't feel like anybody won. Nobody except for maybe Cassian, because he didn't really care about the people. Like Cassian was kind of like the audience, or at least like you.
Me.
Yeah, he was just like.
I guess everyone else cared.
It's funny this I didn't watch any of the podcasts because spoilers. So I'm curious to see if anybody felt the way you did, or if your opinion is very
You just like watch other podcasts and they're like, I love these characters so much.
Yeah, because that's what I was hearing the last 2 episodes. A lot of podcasts were like, we're connected to these characters because the last 2 episodes were character building for them, and then this one, like, tragedy happens to them, and I'm like,
Character building.
like I thought they did enough character building for them. Just enough, like, because the show is. I mean, each episode like what 40 minutes. So they did as much as they. I think just because they weren't particularly charming characters.
Yeah, they're charming to certain people. They're just not charming to me.
Right. Yeah.
They're just not charming.
Like
to me.
some people, I think universally, I've not seen anybody who hates Nemec. Like nobody on the internet.
No. Like if you hate Nemec, you're just a bad person. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No one hates him. The only one I wish we got more depth on was not the lieutenant, but the other black guy on the team. I knew virtually nothing about him.
Bro just died.
He just died.
He was there to die.
I was just mad that he died first because he was one of the black characters in there. I'm like, what? I'm like, at least they killed like half the squad. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm fine with it, I guess.
I mean, it's not necessary. It doesn't feel necessary. It's like, they must be killed. It's necessary. No, it isn't. It's not.
Right. It's not completely necessary. Although I did like, because when we were talking about after the episode, the black guy goes in and he tells Skeen to cover him. And Skeen doesn't cover him. At the moment when I was watching the show, I thought he did that because he was afraid. But then obviously we learned at the end of the show that he did that because he didn't want to split as much money.
See, that makes reason. That when a dev has reason, it makes sense, and I accept that. So I accept that. But some of them were just stupid, like getting crushed by money, really.
Yeah.
And then just getting shot, like. Okay.
I was like, that's okay. The gunfight was very good because the gunfight, the tension made the gunfight more dynamic, I guess. I would use the word dynamic. Yeah. So I appreciate this episode. A lot of people giving this a 10 out of 10. I give it a strong 9 out of 10. I thought this was a close to perfect episode. Definitely the best tension I've ever felt in Star Wars, because Star Wars gives you a different feel usually. Like, the only time I felt tension, well, not really tension, it's more excitement, was when like Luke Skywalker came in to save the Mandalorian. That wasn't much tension. That was more of like,
okay, yeah, I do agree. I can't think of anything with more tension. Someone will probably tell us, though, if you want to comment down below, Right,
please comment below. And I forgot to say at the top, but please leave a comment below. If you made this far, we will read and respond to your comments. Even when we eventually become a big channel, we will still make it a point to answer all of your comments and questions and everything, because we're trying to build a community here, and we really want to hear your opinions on how you guys felt about this episode. Yes.
We're not going to, like, blast you like a certain someone.
Cassian is a shoot first and ask questions never kind of guy. And you know what? In this universe, I think he's doing the right thing because he survived up until he tried to get the plans for the Death Star. So I can't say what he's doing is wrong because he survived.
So come on, guys, leave a comment.
Oh yeah, before we leave the thing, I almost forgot to mention Mon Mothma in the Senate.
Oh yeah, poor woman. We almost ignored her like her audience.
Oh my! First of all, the Senate is empty, like there's nobody there, and she's talking about and forgive me because the names are very scarce in my mind, but there's an incident in Star Wars Rebels. Again, we always plug this show, watch Star Wars Rebels.
Always.
When she's in the show, she mentions this incident that was a final straw to make her leave and then officially form the rebellion. I believe she was given that same essence of speech because at this time period, because this show is running this in season 1 of Rebels.
Yeah.
I think she came in season 3 3-ish, 4 if I remember. So
Probably 3.
Yeah, I think 3, right? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So she's talking about the people of the incident that will make her leave eventually to the rebellion completely, and no one give a damn.
Everyone's like, they're literally like,
Oh, Palpatine's not here. Okay.
Palpatine's not here? Oh, wow, man.
I thought Palpatine was here. I was like, Palpatine's the only one who get a full auditorium of the
Bro, you
Senate.
already got everybody, every species on there.
Every species, you got ET species there. You got
every race, got every
species.
race.
But Mom Mothma called a thing to stop this tragedy of these people from happening. Everyone's like, "Oh, you heard that on Aldhani? They got robbed. Oh, let's go and hear the news." And I'm like, oh, poor Mom Mothma.
Just like that moth in your car, swat it away.
Mon Mothma tried to attack me on the road today, and it said for the rebellion, and I literally almost died.
You know, don't swat your Mon Mothmas.
Oh, I swatted that Mon Mothma, and it got stuck on the little shield where the driver was at. But I really wish we had. Palpatine's not gonna be in this show because the Senate's gonna be as empty as Palpatine's experiences in these.
Yeah, sorry, all Palpatine lovers.
Yeah, so Palpatine will be mentioned probably. We'll probably see an image of him, propaganda, but we're not gonna see actual.
No old white man for you.
At least not the best old
not
white
the
man.
Best
the
old
best
white man.
old crinkly old white man with the greatest glowing yellow red eyes you'll ever see. But tell us, what did you think about Andor episode 6 in the comments below? Are you like me where you liked it purely for the drama, or are you like Beans over here where you really didn't care about the characters when they were dropping like flies, and you're like, I don't see the hype of this episode.
Sorry,
Good
guys.
episode, but yeah. So please let us know, and of course follow us on our respective channels. Me, Hamtainment here, Beanie Moon. Follow us on our Twitch. I have everything in the description below.
He's almost to affiliate. He just needs 3 viewers.
I'm
so
almost
come
to
and
affiliate.
watch.
So please,
or even lurk.
Yeah, you could lurk. You could watch as long as you give me the view. If you're watching this channel, and you're one of our staunch supporters that actually watches the whole
We
video.
see the 15 of you.
Yes, the 50. Come on, come to my Twitch and please let's have a party. All right. So, as always, from me, Hamiyd Mark, to Daniel Edward. Got your name right this time.
Thanks.
May the force be with you.